Where are you this on bipartisanship?
You know, I am glad that in the Senate Finance Committee there have been a couple of Republicans, Chuck Grassley, Mike Enzi, Olympia Snowe, who've been willing to negotiate with Democrats to try to produce a bill. But they haven't yet. And I think at some point, sometime in September, we're just going to have to make an assessment. If it's deficit neutral, if it's instituting the kinds of reforms that will improve quality and reduce cost, then that's what I want.
All right, with us now, we've got Democratic Senator of New Jersey, member of the Finance and Budget Committee, Senator Robert Menendez, also with us, going to be talking with us in a minute about health care. The financial analyst dubbed Dr. Doom by his colleagues, well, because he was one of the only ones predicting the current financial collapse years ago. He's Peter Schiff, president of Euro Pacific Capital, the author of Crash Proof, How to Profit from the Coming Economic Collapse, and also a man highly rumored to run against Chris Dodd in Connecticut next year. Senator Menendez, let's start with you and talking about Sonia Sotomayor. It looks like Republicans are deciding to pick Judge Sotomayor as the first nominee in quite some time to vote against. What's your reaction to that?
Well, it's pretty astounding considering the fact that you have in Judge Sotomayor someone who as a nominee has more federal judicial experience than any other nominee for the Supreme Court in the last century, someone who has fidelity to the Constitution, the rule of law, precedent, in essence, all of the qualifications that Republicans say they want to see in a judge. And when they finally get someone like that, who happens to be a Latina, the fastest growing part of the American population, they vote no. And
of course, these are the same Republicans who were shocked that Democrats voted against John Roberts just a few years ago.
Well, you know, the reality is that I have a feeling that John Roberts may have gotten more will have gotten more Democratic votes than Judge Sotomayor will get Republican votes. And if you look at several of those other judges that were named by President Bush, the reality is I think they will have done much better than the vote we'll see by Republicans today.
Did you vote for John Roberts?
I did not. I wasn't there for his vote.
You were not there for the vote?
Yeah.
What about Alito, Samuel Alito?
I did not vote for Judge Alito.
Why did you not vote for Judge Alito?
Well, when I sat down with Judge Alito and I asked him a series of questions about precedent and the rule of law, and for example, was Roe v. Wade settled law? In essence, did we have the precedents already in place? His answer to me was, well, it's still being litigated. And, well, that could be true of any case. We could bring back, a white supremacist who want to litigate Brown versus the Board of Education. In that case, would be litigated. Would that mean that's not settled law? I don't think so. So on that and several other answers he gave me, I just could not see my way to support him.
Peggy?
Senator, I'm going to go off Sotomayor for a moment. Just thinking politically, Barack Obama won New Jersey in 2008. I think he won it pretty handily. You have a Democratic gubernatorial candidate this year, John Corzine, who some of the polls say he's down 12 or 14 or 15%. My goodness, what happened in only 6-9 months to tip New Jersey in this sense, where they're very much for a Democratic presidential candidate, but they're rethinking a Democratic governor? What's going on there?
Well, there's a lot of, first of all, that's today. It's not November. I think there's a lot of opportunity for Governor Corzine to achieve victory in this race, especially as he continues to define his opponent, which is largely undefined. And finally, I would just simply say a lot of the economic challenges that New Jersey has been facing as part of the national challenge is part of the complicating factor here. But the difference was that Governor Corzine was trying to rectify the structural imbalances that existed in the state's budget before the fiscal challenge that the nation faces in this deep recession came along. And the confluence of both has somewhat hurt him, but I think he's got a great story to tell, and I think he'll succeed at the end of the day.
All right, Senator, thanks so much. Senator Menendez, good to see you again.